Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Oh my gosh, man. Cook me, then and cook me, then and cook me. Crazy work. I got cooked. Stuff was good. What's good? Give me a minute to get it together, man. Oh my gosh. I knew I shouldn't have showed that, but it is what it is, man. It's all good. Y'all know what the drill is. I gotta put something on my let me put something on my story real quick. Um, hold up. Damn. They do not be playing that. They got it out for me, man. Uh, they got it out for me. That's all I know. That's all I know. I gotta put this. I gotta put something on my story real quick. Yeah, all of y'all are still mods on here. All y'all should be. Um, give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta throw this on my story real quick. That pissed me off, man. It was for sexual exploitation. Now my live on my backup page is cooked. Um, till for 3 days. It looks like. Um, it's okay though. Like I mean, it is what it is. I'm prepared for it. I'll just put that on there. I don't even care. Then I gotta go to my backup page. Just bear with me, y'all. Give me like 1 second. And y'all can still get up here. You just gotta request. Oh wait, I gotta hold up. Yeah, that was. I wasn't expecting that, y'all. I really wasn't. I didn't think they was gonna cook me like that. So I'm gonna put it in the chat. That's all you gotta do is, if you want to come up, you gotta do that. Um, okay. All right, I got it up on my backup page. So there we go. That's crazy, man. Ain't that crazy as hell? They just cook me like that. Man, they do not want me to be great, bro. They do not want me to be great at all. I don't even understand. All right, hold on. I gotta get it together because I'm on my. I usually don't use. I go live on TikTok from one PC and I go live on YouTube from my MacBook, but I just didn't get on my MacBook yet. So hold on 1 second, y'all. I got to get it together. It's all good though. I appreciate y'all, coming over here. We don't have as big of an audience because people don't really like migrating over to to YouTube for whatever reason. But it's all good though. I know, right? NYC, like I show an image and they want to cook me, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. All right, we're gonna get after it though. You can't hold a great man down. Can't hold greatness down. Uh, Steph is joined. Okay. Um, add to
Hello there.
stream. Boom. All right, so she
Bam!
should be live and direct. Let's get Barney on here. Hold up, boom.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, my
Bonnie,
brother. There we go. How are you, Steph?
I am okay right now. It's a beautiful day here. It's just past lunchtime. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. But, yeah, it's an interesting time to be alive, isn't it?
It
Yep.
is. This is interesting. Is a very good choice of words. That's for sure.
Indeed.
So let me see. Can I show this for anybody that wants to join? No, I'm gonna just hide it and I'll just keep reposting it. Yeah, I'll just keep reposting it. I don't think I think I lost my monetization on here. So I gotta get more watch hours up before I can get remonetized. But it's cool. Like I ain't tripping. It's all good. So what I was doing, I was showing y'all this mistress, right? Of oh buddy, Christy Nolan's husband. I think it was X. Is this it? Yeah, X. I hope I got the right one. Yeah, okay. So can y'all see that? Can y'all see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
My
So
God, is that the
that is
husband?
that's the husband's
You-
mistress. It's his dominatrix, right? So
Yeah.
that's the
Wow.
dominatrix.
He must be the husband. He looks more like a wife.
Okay. So let's get out of that. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, what a weirdo.
So now, wait, how do I unshare? Hold up. I gotta unshare this real quick. Okay.
Phoebe's saying hey to me. Hey, Laura.
No, I don't want to replace. I just want to delete it. I don't want it on the screen anymore. Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. Okay. All right, so that should be gone. So now, oh, somebody else is waiting. Hold up. Who's waiting? Why am I on here? Oh, that's me. My screen share. Okay. So now let me play this audio for y'all. Hold on. And this is the audio that she leaked to TMZ. Hold on, let me get it together. Hold on. Because this is diabolical. Like, I can't even believe this is happening right now. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do that. What's going on in the chat? Y'all good chat? Thank y'all for being simply. Come on up. We post the here's the link to get on here. Boom. Right there. All right. So here's the audio. I'll play for y'all. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. No, that's not their girlfriend. That's his side, his situation. Christy has Lewandowski.
These people have no shame, do they?
No, they don't.
Wow.
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not, Steph.
This is a whole new age. It's like it is so strange that this is all happening right here, right now. But I guess this is all part of the collapse.
Mm-hmm. It's all coming. It's coming crumbling down. All right, here it is in its glory. Hold on, what happened? Why is it not? Is it not playing now? I gotta maximize it. Why can't I? Hold on. That's weird. Oh, here we go.
I believe you told me you loved me, didn't you?
Say who said that?
I do love you.
Do
Yes.
you?
Mm-hmm.
So much better than your wife, aren't I?
You're so much better Would you ever marry me?
Oh, you want to be married to your god.
Yes, Sherry, that's her husband.
I mean, who would be?
I mean, exactly. So how many drinks are we on?
A lot.
A lot.
Shut up. You're so amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, you make me drink.
Oh, I don't make you do anything.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, do I?
You're the boss.
I am the boss.
So you tell me what to do and I'll do it.
That's a dangerous saying.
It's okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Did you think that I wouldn't find out who you are?
I knew you knew.
Do you care that I know?
It doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't.
Is it?
No.
I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, that's very fair.
I don't love the fact that you know who I am, but it is what it is.
I believe.
Buddy said,
Oh, wow.
you cannot make this shit up.
Wait, who was that again?
That was Christy Noam's husband, the former Secretary of Homeland Security. That was her husband.
Oh, my Lord.
Matrix, and there's also information and text messages to where, he was wearing the fake boobs and everything. He wanted to be known as Crystal, so another Bruce Jenner situation, if you will. Yeah.
Man, that man need help. That man need help. Man,
That man needs an operation to remove an appendage.
Any man that want to wear some boobs, they need help. Any man that's listening to this, you want to wear some boobs, you need help. I'm sorry. That you're not in your right mind. Shit, no man want no boobs.
And according to the information obtained, he told her, Brian Noam is his name, her husband, he told the dominatrix he wanted to be a trans bimbo slut and revealed that he wanted to be called Crystal. That's information that is in text messages. Okay. Yeah.
We live in some weird ass times.
We do.
For real, just call me by my name. Just call me by my name, Barney, baby, babe, honey. Why I gotta be all this other stuff?
Women only call me one name, Barney. They only call me Daddy, so that's all I do.
Oh, stop
Daddy
that!
Too. I'm just saying. But to be calling me some female name, I'm not cool with that. I don't even call the female name. Like, the most I say is babe.
Crazy times we live in. Crazy.
I'm not even saying her real name.
Oh, Jinky. That's hilarious.
Only one woman calls me Daddy. Let me correct that. Let me slow myself down. Let me quit. Just cut it out. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. And then also what happened since we was last together, information came out that the gentleman that they accused of unaliving Charlie Kirk, the bullets didn't match the gun he had. So there's that tidbit of information.
Geez, there's a surprise.
Yeah, this shouldn't shock anyone. We know what that was
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are they doing about it? Have they let him go? No.
They're not doing anything about it. They're not doing anything about it.
Just like they won't do anything about anybody that appears in the files.
Yeah, well, that's about to change. Amanda Ungano is about to. That's why Melania did that press conference. You know what's about to happen. It's about to get sticky.
Donald's just about to have his rug pulled, is he? Not the one that he wears on his head.
Can't wait for it. So John Kerry was on an interview, and he confirmed on an interview that back when he worked under President Obama, he was in the room when Netanyahu asked Obama to strike Iran, and Obama refused. He was in the room when he asked Biden to strike Obama and strike Iran, and Biden refused. He was in the room when Bush was asked to strike Iran by Netanyahu, and he refused. The only one that agreed was Trump. We wonder why. Yeah. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, I don't. Let me hold y'all hand while I say this for those that don't know what's real. They're not up in space traveling around the world. I hope people don't believe that it's a real thing. But that's not it. They caught a bird flying. This is what they didn't expect for the bird to fly. So one of these video streams, there's a bird flying in the camera view, right? You can't make this stuff up, man. It's just fucking crazy. Yeah, crazy.
Jay, I saw that.
Crazy times we live in, man.
Oh, Jay, I wanted to bring up something. You probably spoke about it earlier before I came on, but all these scientists, all these doctors.
I was about to say that. Another one was found unalive. I can say dead on YouTube. Yeah, we on YouTube. Another one's found dead. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What type of scientists?
Well, so there's been a group of individuals, scientists, that have just mysteriously just come up dead based on what they were what information they knew, had, and were researching. And there's, in no reality is this a coincidence. Like, in no reality.
Absolutely.
Because it's all about U.S. space and nuclear programs. Okay? So that's what they all are linked to. So a ninth scientist was found dead with no cause of death. And all of them, all 9 of them,
no cause of death?
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. All 9 of them have just miraculously died, and all 9 of them have no cause of death. So
do they think that we can't?
That reminds me of Erin Valenti back in what was it, 2018, 2019, when she went to that tech conference in Silicon Valley, and there was speculation that because she won a bunch of awards, she was happy. It's speculation that she overheard something that she wasn't supposed to hear, or that they offered her to be a part of what they were doing and she declined. But because they offered it to her, she's now in an awareness. Because when she called and told her family, said that this is all a game, that nothing's real. And again, you got to look at what she was doing in the tech industry. And next thing you know, she comes up, she's found dead in her car, in her rental. And I think it was in Nissan. And then Nissan was able, Jay, you might know what I'm talking about. It had that system that could be controlled remotely in it. And let's just say, guys, keep in mind, there are different type of things that can be deployed, whether it be frequency weapons, or it could have been anything else. But they said that there was no actual physical cause of her death, but yet they tried to tell her husband, who was a psychiatrist, and I believe the CFO of her company tried to tell her husband that she had an acute manic episode, acute depression. And he was like, I'm a psychiatrist, right? You can't diagnose someone post-mortem. Like, that's not how that works.
Do they think we can't see what's going on out there?
They do. They believe that. People are not believing their eye. They want you to not believe what you can see. Like, that's part of their whole MO, for you to question everything, which is why there's been a hard push of AI. So not by coincidence or happenstance that AI is kind of being put to the forefront, right? So now you question everything, right? They don't want you to believe your eyes, which is quite frankly diabolical. All right, let's talk about Diddy real quick. I'm gonna let my man Mo tell y'all about how his hearing went yesterday, and it went favorable for him actually. And I have some audio from the actual hearing that I'll play as well, because ultimately all the judges, the 3 panel of judges, were very concerned that the prosecution is in agreement that the judge's sentencing was fair, because again, he enhanced his sentence based on charges that Diddy was acquitted of, coercion and violence, which is why they didn't find him guilty of sex trafficking. But give me 1 second. Let me get him up here. Get him up here. My man Mo. Good dude, man. Sharp dude too. Sharp brother. Okay, 1 moment. Let it play.
Diddy appeal hearing. It happened this Diddy appeal hearing. It happened this morning. I just got out. Let me tell you something. You've been hearing for weeks. Diddy's release date getting moved up for good time served. Diddy's release date getting moved up for the drug program participation. Well, soon you might be hearing Diddy's release date moved up because of what's going on in this appeal. So what is this appeal about? Well, I think the best way to understand it is when you look at what the prosecution was arguing and how the judge immediately cut in and asked them this question. So the prosecution was arguing that, the lower court gave a proper sentence for the prostitution charge because there were aggravating factors here. And the judge cut in immediately and said, wait a second, you just said aggravating factors. You presented a theory of the case to the jury that this guy committed coercion, that this guy was violent, that this guy was forcing women to do stuff, and the jury rejected all of that. Why shouldn't we hold you to your theory of the case? When you hear the questions that the jury was asking, when you consider the fact that this is the longest sentence ever given to a defendant in a Mann Act case with criminal history similar to Diddy's. Nobody ever got a sentence this big. You have to consider the very real possibility that the appeals court don't just cut sentences. They don't say, oh, you're out. But what could happen here is the appeals court can say to the lower court that, hey, you know how you gave him an enhancement because he was coercive? That's not right. You can't consider any coercion, any giving people drugs, any physical violence, because all of that stuff he was acquitted of. If he wasn't acquitted of it, then he would have been found guilty of sex trafficking. But obviously the jury said, hey, the coercion, the physical violence, it's not enough to meet sex trafficking. Why is it now being used to enhance his sentence for prostitution? What I would expect, I think very soon here, a couple weeks, you're going to get a decision, and potentially that decision is going to involve a remand for resentencing, which would then potentially involve a lighter sentence and more updates telling you that Diddy's release date has been moved up.
Yep, pretty much. That's what's going to happen, folks. Because there's an exchange.
Take that.
Yeah. There was an exchange between one of the judges and AUSA Slavic, who's for the U.S. prosecutor's office. And basically, she was not answering his questions directly. She was trying to evade them. And he basically called her out. He said, hey, listen, you're very slick at not answering my questions directly. If I was a district judge, I would remand you to answer them directly. So they did not have good favor, they being the prosecution. And every attorney that I've seen that's talked about it, that was in the room or in the courthouse or knows about what was going on or got the transcript in the past day that I've been reading up on it and listening to stuff, they all agree that it's very, 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 very likely he's going to get released very soon. Not in a year soon, like very soon, once the decision comes down. Because again, the judge was compromised. You got to remember, the judge's sister works for BlackRock, right? So that's the first thing. And BlackRock owned the liquor company that Diddy sued with his Ciroc liquor. But more importantly, he overstepped his sentencing guidelines because, again, as you just heard, there's nobody in the history of this crime that have been found guilty got a sentence this long. And in the part of the sentencing, the judge was very clear in stating that he used enhancements based on coercion and violence. However, he was not found guilty of any coercion or violence, so you cannot use that to sentence him, right? So I said this when it happened. I said this when the sentencing happened, before the sentencing happened, when they came back and said he was not guilty of trafficking, that he should only probably be getting like time served or maybe a year maximum. But 50 months was just outrageous. He reached, and he's gonna get a slap on the wrist because of it. So we'll see. It's gonna shake out the way it's gonna shake out. So stay tuned on that. Moving right along.
Jay, I have a question for you.
Sure.
I know my thoughts on it. However, do you feel like he will never be able to have the partnerships and dealings and Hollywood and the industry the way that he has in the past? How do you feel about that? What do you think?
I think that he absolutely will have those partnerships. He absolutely will, because he's a business mind first, right? He's going to do a movie or a docuseries or a documentary or something upon his release. It's Diddy, right? And again, he was not found guilty of anything other than the Mann Act, right? So like, and remember now, let's rewind the tape. When he got arrested and there was all this craziness out there, all these vile things that were being released from these civil lawsuits. I remember having to read some of that stuff and how disgusting it was. But I also remember telling everybody, we don't know this to be true, because if it's true, then it would have weight and be a part of his federal case. And I'm going to say it again. Not one of those civil cases had any merit on the federal case. So what does that tell you? That tells you that none of these civil lawsuits are accurate in what they depicted, because if they were, the federal prosecutor's office would have found a way to enhance his sentencing. They were talking about little kids and minors and all these crazy things, and none of that stuff was substantiated, right? So with that, okay, that wasn't a thing. And then what happened to the attorney? What happened to him? He just kind of like came, you ain't heard nothing about him. After Jay-Z got him out of there, he's been quiet as a church mouse. I heard nothing about that attorney from Texas, right? And then you got Ariel Mitchell Kidd, who's suspended by the Florida bar because they found out she lied about one of her client's situations that had something to do with Diddy. It was the Trey Songz situation on that yacht with Diddy at a Diddy party. She was found guilty of lying, and she admitted to it. And she's suspended from practicing law for like 90 or 120 days or some shit like that. So all those things, right? What happened to Courtney? Courtney came and went. Like all these people coming out, they were just trying to get money off of the Diddy situation. And now you ain't heard nothing from none of them. So in my opinion, I think he's going to be fine. I think he absolutely will be, because again, his net worth didn't decrease that much. Like he probably spent like 120 million. He was worth damn near $1 billion. So he good. I think he'll be fine. I think he's going to figure out a way to capitalize off of this for sure. He's probably already figured it out. He's probably already got some type of deal in the works for a documentary, movie, series. He's going to probably do some type of album. He's going to do a book. He's going to do something. Will he be looked at the same? Obviously not, because we're very judgmental as a society, right? This is the reality of what it is. But do I think that he'll be okay? I ultimately think he'll be okay. It's up to him, the choices he's going to make once he's out. But I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be just fine. In my opinion, because you can't. The man was worth damn near $1 billion. He spent maybe 100 to 200 million on his defense, so that still leaves him 700-800 million, even if you take off another 100 million. Because the problem is they tried to take his money and they couldn't, because he wasn't found guilty of trafficking. So I think he's going to be just fine. But you have to ask yourselves, what happened to all these victims that claim he did all these things? that went to that attorney, and none of that was found to hold any weight or merit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his son's got something coming out on my boys network, Zeus. My college partner, he's one of the owners of Zeus. I know about that. So there's that, but I think he's gonna do something bigger. Don't know whether it's gonna be with like a Netflix or he may create. If I'm thinking how Diddy probably's thinking, he's not gonna use any other platform. He's gonna create his own. It's gonna be direct to consumer. Pretty sure he's probably already thinking about that because he's not a guy that likes to rely on others to succeed per se, right? But I think ultimately, simply, he's going to be all right. He survived murder, a murder charge. So him being able to survive that is attempted murder charge and a murder charge is, Shine took the fall for that. So I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be fine. Because
it'll be interesting to see what 50 Cent does with it all.
The thing about it, 50 did his documentary, right? And listen, I'm not saying advocating for doing, because I know he's not an innocent in all of this. He's done some terrible things. My point is that if he did the vile, vicious, grotesque things that all those hundreds of people said he did, that went to that attorney, he would be in prison forever. But it's not. Hold on, somebody need to mute. Oh, is that you, Barney?
You said what?
That might be you that need to mute, brother. Something.
Yes. Did you say, Jay?
I said somebody moving around and making a whole bunch of noise. It ain't me. I think it's you. But they would have been. Let me just mute you real quick, Barney. You can unmute yourself when you're ready. They would have definitely enhanced his sentencing. They would have did all kind of stuff if those things were true. So we'll see how it shakes out, because there's a lot of characters that came out when he was first arrested that you haven't heard a peep from since his trial has been over. Not 1 ounce of anything, which is, I think, is a telltale sign, in my opinion. But we shall see. We'll see how it's all gonna shake out, for sure. Let's see, what do we have here? Let me see where else I want to go here. I told y'all about the Chris Brown and Usher Raymond tour, right? I think I did. If I didn't, Chris Brown and Usher Raymond dropped a promo today. They're going on tour together. They're calling it the R&B tour, the Raymond and Brown tour, which I think is interesting. So that's gonna do numbers. Chris Brown don't need it. He's doing a favor to Usher for this. So here's a quote from Epstein that's in this book that was released. Quote, "The first time Donald had sex with Melania was on my plane. Little did he know I beat him to the punch a year before when I was at a party of New York's top models by Metropolitan Models, one of the world's top agencies. Things got wild, and by the end of the night, I ended up almost naked in the back of a limo going at it with Melania." Yep, that's gonna come out, and old Trumpy boy is not gonna be happy about it, boy. Man, I really hate that they cooked my backup page on TikTok, man, because I know most people don't like coming over to this here app, but it's all good.
Did they tell you why?
They said it was for sexual exploitation and nudity.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Yeah, I can scroll TikTok lives right now and see a girl giving a guy head, and it's fine. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, it's just fucking, like, they don't want to. They keep fucking with me, man. It's all. It is what it is. It is what it is. Moving right along. Let me see what else. What else is going on? So much is happening in the world. Actually, hold up. Let me. No, that's not important right now. I'm trying to look at new stuff. So, Republican Nancy Mace was on Piers Morgan yesterday, and she says that she's seen the Epstein client list and warns that the names on it will shock the entire world. She states that she says that as a Republican, the Department of Justice is protecting their identities. And according to her, the list includes both Republicans and Democrats, wealthy elites, media figures, people in power, and even current and former prime ministers and presidents. She stated on that interview that the Epstein case will go down as one of the greatest cover-ups in American history. I don't think it's going to be covered up much longer. I don't think it's going to be covered up much longer. A suspect threw a Molotov cocktail at the home of OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. Very interesting. Not surprising at all.
Hey Jay, well, you heard what he well, I know you probably know the stuff that he was into. Or that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, pardon me while I'm just taking a bite of my healthy snack. Jada Pinkett Smith must be stopped. I don't need her to get on no more interviews, talk to no more people ever again. Because here she goes, bragging in an interview that Chris Rock asked her out after Will Smith slapped him at the Oscars because he heard their relationship was on the rocks. Why would you get on an interview and say that? It's like she gets joy out of emasculating Will Smith. I don't understand it. And then she also is on the recent video saying she'll consider letting him move back in. Wait, what? Huh? Pretty sure that's his house, but okay. Will, I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Jay, you know it's bad anytime her kids are emancipating themselves. So I thought about it. Watching how unhappy Willow and Jaden was when they were kids, and deciding to become emancipated. And based on what they were saying, it was more so because of her. And think about it, both of her, Jada, she's directing, she's traveling all around the world. And for your kids to be like, yeah, even when you're home, I still don't want to be home with you under your roof, and decided to move out. And I not only has, she evidently taken, Will Smith through it, she's taken the kids through it. And I feel like I felt so bad for Willow, and I thought about it because someone said a couple months ago to me they wish that Willow wasn't a nepo baby, because they said her music is so good, like they love watching her perform. They wish she was hungry for, you get what I'm saying, like I gotta put out a record, I gotta put out music. But one thing I will say is that Willow has seen some dark stuff, and she knows, like you can tell she knows.
I think they both have. I think Willow and Jay. I think they both have.
They've seen a lot, and because again they ran from their parents essentially. I'm gonna say more so Jada, but because they seem to have loved their dad, but also let's be honest, watching her emasculate that man like that is terrible. Terrible. And the fact that he allows it. I have never, because we had to think about the entire time that Will Smith has been an artist, that has been an actor, I have never seen him act out like that until it came to Jada. And I'm like, there's just no way. There's no way. It's diabolical. The whole situation's messed up. They all need therapy.
Yeah. And bad. And they need it badly. No, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Some unfortunate news. Well, I think it goes both ways. Jada's not innocent in this whole situation either, Incog, but I think they both have dirt on each other. But we all know he's a real star, But on some sad news for the city of Detroit, Detroit rapper Sadiddy, she had relocated to Atlanta. She was 14 weeks pregnant. She was assassinated and shot multiple times in the face yesterday. Unfortunately, I know of her. I don't know her personally. I've been around her in the past. Very sad situation. Very sad situation. So prayers to her family, condolences to her. So Megyn Kelly, ladies and gentlemen, is revolting against Trump and MAGA and Fox News. She put out a little video stating that after 14 years in Fox News, this is a quote, "After 14 years inside Fox News, I'm exposing what viewers refuse to see. How the network morphed from news into a propaganda machine designed purely to cheerlead wars, worship Trump, and feed you manufactured rage instead of facts." Wow. When Megyn Kelly is going against the grain, you know something's up. Crazy, crazy work. Crazy work. So yeah, there's that. I want to show y'all this promo, but I think it'll flag it on my YouTube for copyright, so I can't. But just put Google the Usher Chris Brown announcement on their tour, and you can watch it. So there's an interesting thing going on in sports for those that follow sports. NFL insider Diana Russini, who's a married woman, has been openly bashing her husband for a long time, and people just not catching on to it. However, she has been connected to two married NFL coaches and having affairs with them, one being Mike Vrabel of the New England Patriots, the other being Sean McVay of the Los Angeles Rams. Now, this story has been percolating for over a week now. No reporter has touched it. No reporter spoke on it. And so a lot of people are saying it's because she's a non-melanated woman, because when Joy Taylor was caught in a scandal, they dragged her through the mud. Well, finally, today, the New York Times has suspended her, and also the NFL is investigating because of the onslaught of pressure that has happened from social media by melanated folk. Because people are really upset about the fact that not one story, not one news entity, not one sports channel, not ESPN, nobody's talked about her infidelity, because she's a married woman and she is talking very negatively about her husband in a lot of interviews openly. But as of about 4 hours ago, she has been suspended by the New York Times and the ESPN while they investigate what in the shenanigans is going on. So good. Finally, they're doing something. They're doing something about it, which I appreciate. Yeah. So here's the audio from. Hold on one second. Wait, hold up. I gotta get to the right thing. Let me play this for y'all. I think y'all can hear that part, I'm sure. I gotta add the scene. Hold on. So this is actual audio from yesterday's appeal hearing with Diddy. Hold on. Let's blow that up. Boom. Well, let's get back to. Oh no, I can't blow that up yet. Gotta do it this way first. X, right? Yep. Boom. Share. All right, now I'm gonna go to it, blow it up, and play it for y'all.
And there's no evidence that even on the airplane, they were planning a so-called freak-off. And moreover, there was no evidence in the record that there was a freak-off other than Ms. Ventura's testimony.
Wait a minute. Wait. Pause. You just said there was no evidence other than a witness's testimony, which is another way of saying there was trial evidence.
Right.
The jury is the finder of fact.
So this, not only was this argued to the jury in the summation, but the jury sent back a note asking for, quote, Cassandra Ventura testimony regarding Ken and the events immediately following. That's at trial transcript page 8085, which is at docket 632 in the district court. And we know that the jury rejected the notion that that there was coercion in connection with that incident. With respect to the Mann Act,
now you're mixing two things. Let's grant you the notion that they decided coercion had not been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. But I thought you were just arguing a different thing, that the defendant did not have an intent for purposes of the Mann Act transportation, during the conflict? Because then you were saying there was no evidence that a freak-off even happened. Now, we're sort of venturing down beyond whether the jury found coercion to now say, yes, because you could say the jury found, yes, these events happened, but they weren't coerced. That's fine. But now you're saying they also found that none of this even happened. And I don't see how that follows.
That's not what I said.
Well, you said there was no evidence that the freak-off happened except for Ventura's testimony, and then you were trying to argue the jury necessarily rejected Ventura's testimony. And I guess you're saying because they rejected the argument of the government that her testimony showed there was coercion, they must have rejected every single thing that Ventura said.
That's not what I said.
Well, that was the implication, so let's back up.
That's not what I meant to imply. The point is that the government relied for its the Mann Act. The whole Mann Act charges were basically an afterthought at this trial. They took up almost no time. The government relied principally on these two charts. And if you look at Government Exhibit 1402...
I understand that, and you made that point very well in your brief. So isn't your argument really that what the government is doing here is mixing and matching? They're taking evidence from the claims that were acquitted to try to support the Mann Act sentencing for purposes of the Mann Act, but none of that jury was presented to the jury for purposes of the Mann Act.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that a summation of what we're...
That's fair.
So I wish I had more. I wish I had the exchange that, and I'm sure it's out there, I just didn't grab it, didn't see it. The exchange that the judge had with the prosecutor, AUSA Slavic, when he basically cornered her and said, you do not answer questions directly, which is a problem. But stay tuned though, man. I think ultimately his sentence will be reduced. I think they're going to have a decision in a couple of weeks. I don't know their timeline when it comes to appeals, but that's what it seems like it's going to be. So stay tuned on that. Also, something interesting happened today. I've seen a little bit of buzz about it. I haven't. Certain people are blasting it. Certain people are not getting too excited yet. But I'm just let her speak for herself. Hold on a second.
Open communication is you and I. So are you going to run again in 28?
So, here, Okay,
I tried to be subtle, but I just figured I'd go right
Well,
at
that's as subtle as Reverend Al Sharpton could ever be. We love you for many things, but not being subtle. Listen, I might. I'm thinking about it. But let me say this. I am thinking about it. But let me also say this. Look, I served for 4 years being a heartbeat away from the presidency of the United States. I spent countless hours in my West Wing office, footsteps away from the Oval Office. I spent countless hours in the Oval Office in the Situation Room.
So she is saying it, but not saying it. That she's likely going to run again. So that's going to be interesting. Strap in. Lord, do I think he'll get out? Yeah, I think he's going to get out earlier than this 50 months for sure. I think he'll be out by the end of the year. My thoughts. Because the judge overstepped. I think he'll be out by the end of the year. Yep. Cardi B's former husband, Offset, was shot in the butt at Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida, by one of his nemesis over a gambling issue, and the fight ensued, and the gentleman didn't take the butt whipping lightly, so he shot him in the buttocks. But it's come out since that happened that Offset has a gambling problem and owes a lot of people a lot of money, including his ex-wife, Cardi B. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Is somebody talking?
Yeah, that was me. You can't.
You're very low, Steph, if you're talking.
Oh, okay. Let me fix.
Can't hear you, Steph, if you're talking.
Does that work? Is that working? Am I back?
You're extremely low. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, if you were talking, I couldn't hear anything. I don't know if the chat could hear you. I know I couldn't hear you. All right, let's see what else. I can't believe Melania denied knowing Epstein. Is crazy. That's just crazy. The United States Postal Service has suspended its contributions to employees' pensions after they warned the president of a cash crisis, that they're going to run out of cash by next year. Jeez. Whoa. What is that I'm hearing playing? What is that noise? What is that music? Who's playing music? Oh, let's bring stuff back up. Hold up.
Did that work better? Can we hear?
Still can't hear you, Steph. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, Steph. Your audio is just kaplooey. Let me see. Is it because I got you turned up all the way? Oh, your microphone's on. Let's do default. Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Simply talk to them 1 second for me.
Okay. Hey guys. Hey. Steph, let me see. Try it again, Steph. I'm gonna see if I can hear you.
Okay, so let's see if this is working.
I can hear you now. Does anyone
I'm
else
back.
hear her?
I'm bad. I'm back. I'm bad.
Oh my goodness, so funny. Well, I'm glad we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Wow. The current state of the world. How many? Am I the only one that wakes up and just like, what now?
Yeah.
What's going on now?
You're not the only one, and I think it's most of the planet. Well, some of the planet. Some of the planet are sitting back going, nah, that's okay. This is just what it is, and we just have to put up with it. But the rest of us are scratching our heads, and we're looking at the camera screen or the phone, and we're going, what in the flippin' heck? Like, nah, this can't be real.
Yep.
Normal people don't do this shit.
Listen, I just, oh, someone goes and does a playback, or someone was go back and ask you 15 years ago the things that we're seeing today. If there's any possibility of that happening, most people would say no, depending on what it is.
I remember when we're sitting in Jay's live and he was talking, it was New Year's 2025, and he was saying, well, strap in, here we go, let's see what it was like. And the first month was like next level, and we're sitting there thinking it can't get any worse. And yet here we are. It's freaking crazy. It is too much.
Yeah, it just kept going. You were just like one thing after the other. But I mean, in this next episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, I haven't heard you say that in a few hours. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. And I think there is so much more to come yet, because the insanity of the next section of this is going to blow people's minds. So, and you know.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you for that. To hear you now, Steph, I think it was because I had to take you off speakerphone.
Well, that's a bit rude of you.
Well, you were on speakerphone. I had to put it on default, and now we can hear you. So there it is. You're welcome.
So I have a question for you, because I know that this will either press the wrong buttons or it'll create a conversation. Shall we speak on Ally Carter and her connection to, say, I don't know, Jada Pinkett Smith?
Well, you can speak on it if you like. Go for it. We're not on TikTok. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
So Ally's back out there, and like I know how you felt about all of the stuff with her, but the more you think about what she was saying like 18 months ago, the more it sort of plays real now that the files have been released. What are your thoughts?
I'm on the fence with the whole Ally Carter thing still. Like, I don't know. It is interesting. I need more before I can really speak as to whether or not I'm of the belief that I believe her. Does that make sense?
It does definitely. But like when she was talking about the tunnels and everything that was happening to her and other kids and teenagers and stuff like that, because it sort of breaks back into the Diddy thing, but it also reopens the Epstein sort of stuff, and it's like you can't discredit what she was saying back then, now knowing what we know, because the disgusting things that have happened to men, women, and children through that whole island thing, and the horror that they must have gone through, and like it's filth all the way to the top, and all the dots seem to be connecting themselves now.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
But I saw something the other day that was connecting Ally to Jada, through the fact that Ali was speaking on that Tupac was her dad again. And it was new stuff, but yeah. And where is Jada's connection in that? And could it be that she is connected in a way that we didn't think back then?
That would be interesting.
It would.
That would be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I need more information on it. I think that it is a very interesting perspective because I haven't seen anything from Ali, so I didn't know she was back out there. So
yeah, she's
and
large and in charge
heard
at the
in
moment.
past that she's alluded to the fact that Tupac is her father. The question then becomes, who is the mother? Yeah.
I forgot her mom's name, but I've seen her mom on another creator's TikTok live.
Yeah.
She's on there. You probably know who I'm talking
Now, is that
about.
her biological mom or
She looks just like her. I'm gonna be honest. She looks like her. According to the woman that said that she's her mom, she said that that's her biological daughter, but she does look like her, and I believe her sister was on the panel too. They all resemble one another, so I would be interested to hear more. But yeah, I have seen that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation, and like if there is that connection with Jada, it sort of all starts to make a little bit of sense, kind of.
Yeah. Interesting. This is interesting stuff. Well, to be continued, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you're the man with all the contacts.
Yeah, that is interesting. We'll have to do a little deep diving into this whole Ali Carter situation. Yeah, I will.
I mean, I'm more than happy for you to say, nah, Steph, that wasn't right. But it's an interesting concept.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll keep an eye on it and dig into it a little bit for sure. So Donnie Boy has ordered the dismantling of the U.S. Forest Service. 10 regional offices will be shut down. 52 research labs will be destroyed. And 193 million acres of public land will just be unmanaged. That's definitely, in my opinion, a money play. He needs money for something. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Rex Heuermann, the Gilgo Beach serial killer, pleaded guilty to murdering 8 women and admitted in court that he strangled them and dismembered some of their bodies. Holy moly guacamole. Crazy. Crazy. Very, very crazy. There's a growing concern about Todd Blanche as our acting attorney general. A lot of people are worried about that, as I think we should be. Oh, and here's another one. I know it was 2. Hold on. Here's another part of your comic relief for the day. Another Lego video. I knew it was 2 of them. Hold on.
Oh, I love these things. They're cool.
One moment, please. One moment.
They're not very complimentary about your president over there.
Not my president. I didn't vote for him. Not my president. He's just holding the title. All right, hold on. Here we go.
Hey, Orange Pig. America first? Oops. Oh boy, that was the slogan you sold. But Bibi's pulling strings and your vote is getting cold. We're not just fighting for Iran, hear this clear. Your people reached out to us, yeah, we got the DMs here. If one nation's gonna stand against the Epstein regime's fear, it's us till the last breath, we've been doing it for years. We're standing here for everyone, your system ever wrong. They've known all along, the enemy was always you. The real threat wore a suit and sung a patriotic song while selling their own citizens and calling it strong. Stealing from your own people, making them bleed, taking tax dollars just to fund your own greed. They waking up to the lies, the illusions of burst. You screamed America first, nah, you put losers first. Make Israel great again. Your government is run by pedophiles. They ordered you to die for Israel. They ordered you to die for Israel. They lied to you all. We saw everything. If the public ever saw the files, man, the planet would shake from the level of filth and the crimes in your wake. No wonder Jeff called you the worst, you degenerate snake. You claimed you never set foot. You went 40 plus times. You sick bastard, you cooked. We stepping up to the plate, Epstein regime gotta fall. You fake Christian elite, sacrificing the ball. Demon, you talk real big for a man with tiny hands. Tiny hands, tiny things, tiny everything. We saw everything, and word got out, the smallness kinda expands. No wonder all those rage tweets, all those desperate rants. Overcompensating bully, always causing the scene. You said you love losers, well, look at your team. Your government is run by pedophiles. They ordered you to die for Israel. They ordered you to die for Israel. They lied to you all.
You know what I love most about that is it sounds like it's Eminem.
It does sound a little like Eminem, which is funny. It is funny. Oh man, that is the best stuff that has happened in a while. The videos, man. Shout out to whoever behind them. This is crazy. This is America we're living in right now. Crazy work. Yeah. And we did not. That whole pilot rescue situation was not what we think it was. Not what people think it was, I should say. Let's say that. Let's just say that. The UCLA women's basketball team, who won the women's national championship, declined their invitation to the White House. And while we're talking about that, shout out to the University of Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team for winning the national championship. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Wolverines. Go blue. Yep. So there was a gentleman, an employee, who was disgruntled in Ontario, California. Said he wasn't getting paid enough. Set fire to 1.2 million square foot paper products warehouse. He's going to be in prison for a while. He said, all you had to do was pay us to live. This is diabolical. I believe the facility was Scott toilet paper, paper towels, all kind of stuff. Yeah, he's going to be in prison for a while. 1.2 million square feet of product. He's cooked. Yeah, he's cooked. He's definitely cooked. Yeah. I'm sorry, I said 18 to 26 earlier. It's 18 to 25. Males 18 to 25 will be automatically registered for the U.S. military draft starting in December of this year. Oh, God help those young men and women. Good Lord. It's terrible. So there was a female Delta Force veteran who exposed classified information about sexual harassment going on within the military. Gender discrimination and sexual harassment. She she had enough of it. She filed an EEOC complaint after she was relieved of her position, and she received a settlement. She talked to a journalist. Now she's facing federal charges, which is interesting because there are a lot of former high-level military people that go sit and talk to Sean Ryan all the time. So I'm confused as to why she's being charged with anything. So this is going to be interesting. Her name is Courtney Williams. She's a former U.S. Army Special Operations Command veteran who spent 8 years in the Delta Force. She was charged with transmitting classified defense information to journalist Seth Harp for his book, The Fort Bragg Cartel. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. FBI reports indicate that 13-year-old young girl accuser that accused Trump of raping her and doing things to her was being truthful in her allegations, and her testimony was corroborated. How he is still in the Oval Office is beyond me, ladies and gentlemen. I have no words. Have no words. So my money is on Kash Patel being fired next. I called Noam. I called Bondi. I think it's gonna be Patel next. Yeah, I think he's next to go. See if I'm right.
Come on, he can't sack the guy with the googly eyes.
There was an unredacted email from the files that was from 2016. Sorry about that. From 2016, about Epstein and Trump graping a young girl in 1994. And the news source was trying to get a comment from Epstein before they ran it. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't even know what is happening in this country, man. This is insane. Insane is what this is. Insane. So there's a lawsuit filed in federal court back in California of these claims that Trump and Epstein raped a girl, a minor, and they were going to go forward with publishing the story, but they wanted to get comments from the two. Like, what? How is this guy still the president? No accountability, man. That's all I can say. No accountability. No accountability, no consequences, no nothing, not zip, nada. So, yeah, there's that. Well, Chili from TLC is being lamented and dragged through the mud and being canceled. Why do you ask? Because it's been found out that she is a MAGA and Trump supporter. TLC is a famous R&B hip hop group, and they were in the process of going on tour with Salt and Pepper and En Vogue, and people are getting their money back, and they're forcing them to try to cancel shows because she went on IG and lied about it. And the internet's undefeated. She said she reposted a negative meme about First Lady Michelle Obama. She said she wasn't MAGA, and then people found her donations that she's been donating to Trump since 2016. She's voted for Trump and all Republicans since 2016, and voted for him and for the president each time. So she's cooked. She's done. She's canceled. She won't, because the black delegation who supports her music and her career over these years is feeling betrayed. And she just made it worse by going on the internet and lying about it. I don't know why people lie, but liars lie. So there's that. So she is cooked, ladies and gentlemen. She's cooked. Yep. I don't feel for her at all. Too bad her and Usher didn't work out, but oh well, life happens.
So this rave that the Orange Pumpkin went on about Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, what's he trying to deflect from now?
The files. What's about to come out by Amanda Organo, which is why Melania Trump did her unexpected press conference. And he also said earlier today he's going to pardon everyone on his staff and his friends before he leaves office. So there's that.
So he's planning to leave office, isn't he? He's getting ready.
I think he knows it's imminent and it's inevitable. I believe. Just my thoughts on it. I think he knows that the clock is ticking.
Because we can, like Elle will tell you about the last American president, and it's one of those things that if you ask the right places, the right questions, it will tell you that the presidency over there isn't going to work the same way as it has been anymore. But yeah, it's, you guys are in for, I mean, the whole planet is, but you guys especially are in for very interesting times over the next 12 to 18 months, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree. You're right. Well, for anyone who's interested in the iPhone foldable, let me show you what it's going to look like. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting. It's going to come out in September with the iPhone 18 Pro. He's one of the guys that's tested it out. It's a pretty cool device. Check it out.
Magical.
Pretty interesting. They just stole the idea from Samsung, but I'm not mad at them.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong with that screen? What could possibly?
That's all the Samsung Fold, Z Fold 4 or 5 is all that it is. It's a little bit shaped a little differently. Yeah, it's coming out in September. It's going to fly off the shelves, I'm sure. People are going to love it. People are going to love it. Okay, well, I think that's all I got for the evening, man. I'm not going to overdo it. Not going to overdo it for the day. I'll likely come back live again on Monday. I got to see what time my account is reactivated on Monday, my backup account. So whatever time that is, that's what time I'm going to go live. And so, as we lose 60% of the audience, we'll kind of have to come over here to YouTube. So it's all good though. I appreciate everyone for coming over. I hope everyone has an enjoyable weekend. Do something for yourself. Have some fun. Get out and touch some grass. Go somewhere. Do something. Get out the house. Or chill in the house if that's what your preference is. But do something for yourself. Relax. Stay in the know. There's a lot going on in our world every day, especially here in the US of A. It's something new to every day. I think something is going to drop over the weekend. I have a feeling this Amanda lady, she's allegedly doing an interview with someone tomorrow. I don't know who that is. And she's going to drop some stuff. And then you got 2 other victims that came out today and said that they are no longer going to be silent, and it's time for the gloves to come off. So yeah, I expected a very entertaining weekend in the news cycle, and we'll be back at it on Monday. That's it. Barney, shout out to you. Thank you, Simply, for jumping up here on this YouTube panel. Thank you, Steph. How are you guys doing over there in Australia, by the way? How's everything going?
We need petrol. Send tankers, send oil tankers. We need oil. We will do anything for oil. I will get our incredibly wankerous Prime Minister to get up and do a nudie dance if that's what it'll take.
No, we're good. We don't need that. No thanks. No thanks, Steph. We're good.
But we need fuel. That would be great. Thank you very much.
All right. Copy that. We'll try to send some fuel your way.
Thank you.
No doubt. All right, my good people, man. Y'all be great. Peace, love, and hair grease. Or peace, love, and soul, as Don Cornelius used to say, man. Take care of yourself. Take care of those that love you, man, and support you. Until the next time, man.
Good night.
Good night.
Big love, everyone.